better food. So, and raise your hands again if you agree that the best and the fastest way of learning is to transfer knowledge from the best sources to your opinion and make it better just for you. So raise your hands if you believe this is the best way of learning. May it be that you suffer sometimes from the steadily increasing prices of oil and gas. May it be that you sometimes suffer from the noise and the air pollution, and may it be that your country sometimes suffer from the lack of the access of electricity, because 35% of your people don't have this electricity, and in some parts it's not available every time. And may it be that perhaps your country crisis all the time. Can you imagine how would it feel to have it everywhere, to be independent as a country? And can you imagine maybe how it feels for you personally if you had been part of this progress, if you helped develop these things, how proud you would feel to achieve this with your company. So how? It's a mountain and you cannot bring it back. And so we have 2 generations now. We produce the atomic waste, 2 generations, and 3,000 generations have to care for this atomic waste. We handle it to our children, the next generation, without any solution. They have to pay. But you know what the Germans say. We have 4 big utilities in Germany, private utilities, not like here in Indonesia. And I try to find the best system in my eyes. So I look for different components to design solar system and to design them the best ways. And also I installed it on the roofs and gardens and things like this. And my company grew every year, but the majority of people I talked to, they said, okay, solar energy is too expensive. Solar energy is maybe something for countries with more sun, not Germany, we have winter, so they didn't believe. But my company grew, and also the market grew every year. So I'm in solar business now since 2 decades, and in the year 2010, my company had turnovers from around 17 million US dollar, and life changed. First I was a skilled worker. I did everything by myself, advertising, designing, installing, bookkeeping and all these things. The next step is you are an entrepreneur. You work with a team, maybe 5, 6, 7 people, and now I consider myself being an entrepreneur, and I think entrepreneurs work outside of their company, do new things, and so I had this development, and in the year 2007 I had, yeah, that's the story. And so this is my last study. And she does nothing dirty. She don't make use of any inventories, and there's nothing dangerous in her and on her, and she stays always cool and relaxed, and she's totally quiet, no exclusive situations or something like this, and even under biggest stress, she has no problems, she will not suffer or something, and please don't consider me as cruel or brutal or something. I'm not. She has no problems with it. So it don't mean harm to her. It's a wooden block, and you see what happened. Also this floor is better. So, no problem. And raise your hands if you agree that Sunny in a lot of cases would be the best friend or company you can have. So raise your hands if you agree. And Sunny. Sunny needs nothing like the sun. The first morning rays keeps her awake, and then she serves and helps me with my computer. She serves the fridge, she brightens the house, and also she runs engines and other stuff what I need. And she delivers a lot of power all the time. And one Sunny delivers so much power as you in average need constantly. So around in Indonesia you need one Sunny to cover the average demand. And yeah, she does it without long lines or something like this, just where you need her and her energy support. And raise your hands if you agree that normally human relationships are without warranty or something like this. There's no payback period or no right to exchange. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. Except my Sunny. I got 25 years warranty and about her performance. Not bad. And she don't have rear and tear and things like this. And yeah, at night, Sunny needs the right partner. He has to be very energetic, if you know what I mean. And if the other way to do it at night is to store her energy in batteries or so. And the problem with Sunny is that I have to effort her in advance. So there's no leasing offer available or something. She will stay with me and support all the things. And this is really great. And the next thing is, after one success, the next success comes very fast and easy. It's also a chain process. It works faster and faster. So it's so great to have this great partners and this progress in the thing. And so we had a last minute deal. Experience with my staff. I trained my staff now 20 years how to do it, and they need minimum 3 months, very good, to understand the basic, not everything, but to have an idea how it works. And so I think it's not possible to have 2 days or 1 week to learn some things. It's really impossible to have a big understanding. So we aimed with a very big curricula to transfer all the knowledge from the best sources, make it better for your needs here, and also we will start with the solar training program. Maybe the computer is now. Yeah, we will start with the solar training program in Germany. Maybe some decision makers, some people from PLN to Germany, and go look what are their special needs, and go from one place to another place. And we have 40 days so around in my company, learning every day, and also have some practice things. But then we go around all over Germany, go to the important places with these people to see how it works, and from here you can decide where you will want to go and things like this. This is the train-the-trainer program. At the end of the seminar, you can apply for the train-the-trainer program, but we need very good educated special people who can be trainers. So, and for special people, if you're the right people, we have very special offers because you need it. So talk with us and we will find some solutions. Here and here rooftop. This both types are grid connected. They deliver their production into the national grid or the grid, the local grid. And here you can see the off-grid systems. There are several types of off-grid systems possible, and the number is only to give you an idea about the price. You can, it's only to have an idea at the moment. And you see what we find in offers from companies. And you see here, everything in red is a mistake. So we found the offer here, the radiation is, it's mentioned in kilowatt hours, it is wrong. And now the second thing is, we said this 1 kilowatt peak, it's a grid connected kilowatt peak without batteries. So maybe we take the example of a 10 kilowatt peak solar array. So, and the price of 1 kilowatt peak is $2,500 US. So, raise your hand if you know the solution. So, 1 kilowatt peak costs $2,500 US, and it earns for you every year so around $430 US. So, how many years do you need to pay back the money that you invested? So around, who has an idea? How often 430 or let's say $400 US fit in $2,500 US, and let's say it's 6.8 or it's seven times. So it means it would be 7 years. So around, if the solar array pays back the investment. It's a bit too nice, in some cases it may be, but sometimes the period is better, it's worse. And here we did with the computer and with the interest rate. And the interest rates are very high here, so I hope 10% is enough, maybe not. But if you count it with a computer, you see the credit is only for 10 years. And in Germany we have credits for 20 years because solar arrays last 30 years grid connected. And it's a big problem to pay them in advance, just in the beginning for all the time. Also you pay your monthly bill, you don't pay it for the next 30 years in advance. This is one problem to solve solar energy. But you see, here after some years, you get more earnings than you have to pay for your credit to pay it back, and you have more than you have to pay for maintenance and install. The success of all the companies in the country on a growing market, so it's very, very important. And this sun ray number 2 is Sunray number 2 is framework, standard and systems. And we start with a thing, it's called levelized cost of energy. It's a very good instrument to see the correct cost. You can compare different ways of generate power. You can compare wind energy, for example, you can compare with atomic energy, you can compare with burning gas or oil, and with solar energy, of course. And this is the state of the art of the levelized cost of energy. But it's a thing we have to develop. It's not ready. This is just the state of the art, and it's pretty difficult to do. So I ask you a question. It cannot last long. You can see here production process mistakes, delamination process, bubbling and things like this. Here also. And the next category are transport problems. You can see here a bed panel. This is a bed panel, and after transportation, a lot of micro cracks occurred, and devalue the quality of the panel in a very strong way. So it's very important to do it, to have the right control. Mechanical problems, of course. Here you can see electroluminescence pictures. With the camera you can see this is a wood panel, and before mechanical stress it has a peak performance of 222 watt, and after mechanical stress it lost only 4 watt. But here that panel lost more than 100% after mechanical stress. This is a picture, it's very dark, and these are quality problems that occur. This is a bad panel. You can see it's very different. One cell is dark and one cell is very white, and very different currents flow in the cell. So it's not a good panel, and a good panel has the same structure. And we had some problems with some products, and after the last 2 years we checked every panel from some countries or so. We checked to this electroluminescence pictures because it's so expensive. We have this in the States for 30 years. We invest much money